Oh, there you are.
Yeah, man. Are you, you can hear me okay?
Yeah, I can hear you. I'm going to have to focus. I got loud people around me.
Oh, yeah. No worries, man. Well, I thought to thank you again. Take your time to be on the Fight Report, of course. UFC Lightweight Drew Dober. And Drew, it looks like you're at the mall, right? Out in Denver?
Yes, yep. Last weekend, so I'm just hanging out with people and doing some shopping.
Okay, nice, man. Any stores you like to frequent?
Do what?
Any stores that you like to frequent that much?
Ah, man, I always catch myself in Express, J.C. Penney's. Honestly, I don't really have any specific store I walk into. Just at this point, I'm trying to avoid the food court.
Oh, yeah. That's definitely important, man, because I know 155 is not easy for anyone to make, right?
No,
But
weight cut is the worst part of the sport.
Sure, sure. Well, I remember who we're talking to, Drew Dober, live on the Fightlete Report, ChicagolandSportsRadio.com. Check us out, of course, Spreaker.com/user/Fightlete. And Drew Dober takes on grappler Beneil Dariush, UFC Fight Night Wichita, March 9th on ESPN Plus, and just came off of a big win over John Tuck in his last outing, and I think that was in Lincoln, Nebraska, right?
Yep. Pretty much 30 minutes from my hometown, so that was lots of fun.
Yeah, take us back to that fight. How did you see a tough opponent and obviously, veteran, and how did you feel you fared against him?
I mean, I really try not to compare myself to like a lot of guys I'm fighting, but I just knew his strengths. I knew his weaknesses, and then I was just excited about the opportunity to fight in front of my home crowd. Sure. with such a great martial artist like John Tuck. Caught me by surprise was the grappling department. I escaped a couple of guillotines, but I pretty much dominated the ground game. So that was wasn't planned, but I just kind of take the fight wherever I see fit, and I'm gaining more and more confidence in my skills all across the board.
Yeah, definitely. You deployed a wrestling heavy offense. Who do you credit for your success for that fight?
Oh, man, I work diligently with all three of my coaches. I got Oscar Martinez for striking, Dave Zabriskie for wrestling, and Elliot Marshall for jiu-jitsu. And then, so I have to thank all those guys and everyone at Team Elevation. But, yeah, immediately after that fight, I got my brown belt under Elliot Marshall.
Okay, congratulations on that. And you didn't have the ceremony in the octagon. You did it, afterwards, right?
Yeah, yes, of course. Try to make things a little bit more personal. So like in the gym, in front of the guys that I train with every single day, and plus they got the typical standard belt whippings after you receive the new belt.
Oh, nice. Oh, hey, congratulations on that. I'm sure that's well deserved, well earned. And moving forward, talk about Beneil Dariush, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu guy. Has a lot of accolades, has competed in many world-class tournaments as well. He trains out of King's MMA out in California. What do you have to challenge, man? Do you like this fight?
Oh, I love this fight. As soon as I got the email from Sean Shelby about this possible matchup, I was super excited. I went to the gym with a lot more energy than usual. But, as a competitor, his ground game is fantastic, but so is his wrestling, his striking, his composure. Like, there's so many things about him that make him such a great competitor. And I've actually watched him fight, live on occasion. I was always impressed by his demeanor and his martial arts. And so I get so excited being able to compete with one of the best in the world,
Definitely, man. And then how have you been drilling for this fight? You go one-on-one with Elliot Marshall. Does he get you ready for this one? What do you have to be careful? Because he has a lot of fight-ending repertoire, moves in his repertoire. I know he goes for that armbar, the triangle really well. It's pretty slick. We've seen him get that rear naked choke a couple times as well.
Yeah, I think what I gotta be careful for is, what is his game plan against me? If you ever watch his fights, he game plans very well, and he comes in as like a slightly different fighter depending on who he's fighting. He's got flexible hips. He's a southpaw, which is always unusual. But I think his biggest attribute is his composure and his he doesn't like fear any aspect of the sport. Like he'll strike with anyone, he'll wrestle with anyone, he'll play jiu-jitsu with anyone, and he'll always, I mean, it's like chess, not checkers, and he'll always find like the easiest way to victory. And so, you know, biggest thing I got to look out for is figuring out what kind of Beneil is coming into the cage against Drew.
Yeah, I mean, he's a dangerous guy. I mean, he suffered a tough knockout loss to Alexander Hernandez, you know, and that guy was, you know, it was his UFC debut. But I'm sure he doesn't want to be at gatekeeper status, and neither do you. So where do you feel like this fight will put you at with another big win?
Oh, I love standing. I love you know, trading punches with another person and you're playing punch face for 15 minutes. And so if it's up to me, I mean, we're going to hang out on our feet for as long as possible. And I love being a theatrical and exciting fighter. So if I can get that knockout for everyone, that'd be fantastic.
For sure. And talk about fighting Wichita, another first time for the market of Wichita. You were there for the first fight in Lincoln, Nebraska as well. You like this being there over in Wichita, Kansas, being a part of this? First time?
Oh, yeah, no, it's definitely exciting. I mean, again, it's in the Midwest again. It's close to my friends and family. I have a lot of guys actually in Kansas, one of which David Rickles, the caveman of Bellator. Like, these are the guys that I actually trained with before I was even in the UFC. So just having the opportunity once again to fight close to home in front of my family, it just adds more of that excitement when I'm in the cage. And it's definitely going to show fight night.
Okay, definitely. And what are you using after a quick, for recovery quickly, after a big, long training session? What do you use for quick recovery? Anything?
Oh, what do I do for recovery?
Yeah.
I do my best to do nothing. Just one of the hard parts about this fight, or the fight game, is like it's really hard to clock out. Like it's always, you know, wearing on you mentally, emotionally, physically, like every single day. And so my recovery is just finding hobbies, finding things to do outside of the gym. And so that's why I'm here at the mall, just kind of enjoying some time with my girlfriend, keeping my mind off of next weekend, because, you know, when I'm in the cage, I'll fight, but when I'm not in the cage, then I just enjoy my life.
Yeah, I want to ask you, how was your trip to France? How
Oh my God, it's amazing.
Did you get any MMA stuff happen there? Like people recognize you? You went to any gyms? I know they don't do MMA. It's not legal in France, but anything MMA related as well?
No, actually, surprising enough, I get recognized a lot more in Europe than I do here in the United States. It's I feel like.
Drew, are you there?
Hanging out. How's the connection?
Oh, now we're good.
Okay.
Now we're good, yeah.
All right. But yeah, training out in Europe, I was recognized, and even like just walking the streets, I was recognized, and so it's super flattering.
Nice, nice. So you plan on fighting there? Would you like to fight overseas?
I love traveling and fighting. It's like two of my favorite things was just travel and experiencing other cultures and being able to perform martial arts in front of a group of people. So if I can travel and fight, that's, you know, picture perfect.
Yeah, it seems like the UFC, they've going to either Italy or France. So maybe in the future we'll have one of those two happen. Would you like to fight there?
Yeah, it's I saw the card right after mine is London, and I'd love to fight in London as well, or like some you know, Tokyo would be amazing. Like I just love my job, I love my career, and just being able to travel along with it is just great.
Yeah, the fans in Japan are really amazing from what I heard. You know, they're really into the fights. They're very focused. You know, hear them go ooh ah, but that's about it, right? They're not like the beer drinking, you know, kind of American fans.
Yeah, it's crazy the difference between the cultures. You know, the Asian fans are like sitting and like just like golf clapping to every fantastic move, and of course you get the Irish fans or the European fans, and they're just like yelling chants. Like I know, it's just a lot of fun everywhere.
Yeah, same with pro wrestling. It's the same thing. You know? Moving forward, you know, just want to congratulate you on your last performance. What are you looking to do in this fight? What can we expect?
I'm sorry, can you repeat the question?
Oh, congratulations on your last performance, but this fight, what can we expect?
Oh, just fireworks. If you want to look at two skilled individuals that are chasing for, that top five and championship status, that's exciting thing about the prelim fights is we're coming in with all that heart, all that passion, all the enthusiasm. I mean, both of us, we're not fighting to not lose. We're both fighting to win, and so expect blood, excitement, and just a lot of just fantastic theatrical movement.
Sounds good. And over at Elevation Top Team, you got a lot of guys coming up. Austin Hubbard, he beat the Kalias Moda, a vicious TKO. Now he's the LFA, interim LFA lightweight champion as well. So probably we'll see him in the future. And anyone else you'd like to mention? You think we should have our eye on?
All of Team Elevation. We've got Justin Gage fight, everyone. And then, of course, Denver, Colorado's got some big up-and-comers. Anthony Smith fighting tonight. And so, yeah, just a lot of guys.
All right. Well, thank you again, Drew, for taking time on the Fight Report. Anyone you'd like to thank? Go ahead.
I'd like to thank Balanji Group.
Shoot. Sorry for that, man. It must be the hotel connection.
Did I lose you?
Yeah, you're good now.
Okay. Sorry about that. I actually think it's just me. The Wi-Fi in this mall is not the greatest.
Yeah, I'm also at a hotel, not like exactly a 5-star one. Hello? And so just who would you like to thank?
Oh, I said the Balanji Group, my new management company, giving me more opportunities in the limelight.
Excellent. Well, thank you again, Drew Dober, for taking time on the Fight Report. Everybody check it out. March 9th, next Saturday night, ESPN Plus, UFC Fight Night, Wichita. A great 155-pound tab. Drew Dober versus Beneil Dariush. And thank you again for taking time to be on the show, and best of luck to you.
Thank you so much, guys.
Anytime. Take care.